It is with great joy tonight that I come before you to share with you a priest whose love for his vocation changed in me and challenged me to find my own vocation. His name is Father Brian O'Brien. I met him about 5 years ago. He will have been ordained 6 years come the end of this May. So he was a newly ordained priest. And two things he really taught me and that I admire in him was, one, that you don't have to be perfect, which is a big load off your shoulders. And two, he really taught me that finding your vocation is worth any cost. Like I said, I met him about 5 years ago. I'd signed up to go to Australia for World Youth Day. Me and some of my friends were thinking it was more of a vacation, but he had this idea it was more of a pilgrimage. About a week before we left, he sent out an email to all of us asking us to continue to pray for safe travels and encouraged us to pray about what God really wanted to show us while we go on this pilgrimage, what he wished to reveal to us. Being that I was going into my senior year and I knew college was coming up, I decided I would choose vocation. So I decided, God, I'll go to Australia and you'll show me that you want me to be married and all will be well. And whenever I got to Australia, Father O'Brien took me aside with another guy from my parish named Sean O'Brien. And it's ironic. And he asked us if we wanted to go with him to the Sydney Opera House because he had to go get a priest pass for celebrating the sacraments. So we went along with him. Everyone else went back and found their spots for the nights and stuff. And on the way back, this was one of the first times I'd really been reached out to by a priest. And I didn't really know how to act, and I didn't know what to say or do, so I was really quiet and timid because I was afraid I'd say something wrong or stupid or just make a mess of things. And he was very jovial and very happy and very fatherly, not intimidating at all. And he'd try and make conversation with me, and I was pretty shy. And on the way back, we ended up getting on the wrong bus or the wrong train going the opposite direction, and it was about a 2-hour detour at least. So we had a lot of time to kill. And it was during that time there, he sat me down and we talked about vocations. And he really showed me that he was human and that to find your vocation is not to forsake your humanity, but rather to find it more fully. There is a couple big stations there for vocations. And so they had a lot of nuns, and it was just like basically a zoo full of nuns and people and habits and priests just running all over the place. And both me and him enjoyed that a lot because it was impressive to just see how many people had found their vocation and really loved what they did. The world so often told me that I would not be happy if I followed what I thought God might be calling me to do. And it's Father O'Brien who really opened my eyes and showed me that there is so much joy in following your call, and it's worth everything. Psalm 48 tells us, it's better to live one day within your courts than 1,000 elsewhere. I was afraid, and I didn't want to follow what I thought God might be calling me to do. And it was Father O'Brien who opened my eyes, and through his witness to the joy of priesthood, really showed me that it is better to truly live one day for God than to live 1,000 days for whatever you desire. For it is in God that you will be fully fulfilled in all of your desires. In John chapter 10, he talks about the Good Shepherd laying down his life for the flock. It is truly in laying down our lives that God will truly raise us up so that we can be with him and so that we can bring others to know and love the God who we love and serve and profess. Praise be Jesus Christ. Now and forever.